Yo, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm gonna teach you 10 ways how to level up your music production skills. I've been producing music since 2016. It took me 8+ years to achieve pro sound and become a full-time music producer. So these 10 pieces of advice will help you to do the same at least like 2 times faster than I did. And this is the advice I would give to my younger self, and this is the advice that I wish I had back then. So it's just going to be me talking to the camera. It's not going to be super entertaining, but it will be a lot of value if you stick till the end of this video. So number one, have delusional confidence in yourself. You probably heard a lot of times from successful people, mindset is the 80% of success. And I always had this like weird confidence. I'm making the best music. I'm the best at what I do. I don't really care about what other people think. Of course, I had my like moments of frustration, procrastination, like all that stuff. But I always knew that no matter what, I'm gonna make it work. And I always believed in myself, in my music. And I remember this one episode. It's November of 2019. I'm sitting and watching a YouTube live. It's about production and music business. I remember those emotions that I felt. I was convinced that I would never make a lot of money with my music. I was feeling lost, helpless, and discouraged. I had great production skills already, like back then, but I didn't know how to monetize it. And like right now, it is so ridiculous because I can look at my old thinking patterns, like the amount of limiting beliefs that I had. I was like, if I'm making like this style, I'm not gonna be able to make good money, or like it's too underground, it's this and that. And a lot of times we don't understand, and we are putting so many limitations on ourselves, like limiting beliefs that just don't help. They don't help you. Right now, if I had the knowledge that I have like now, if I could go back in time, I could be making like 2 3K a month making music from home. I was skeptical, and these limiting beliefs didn't allow me to see the big picture and opportunities. You can achieve so much more that you believe right now you can do with your music, right? But I like, look, I had those limiting beliefs, but again, I always knew I had that delusional confidence. So have that confidence in your music and your ability to achieve your dreams. Just believe that you're making the best shit ever. Best music, best content. You are the best at everything you do. We live in the same world, but each of us experiences the illusion of reality inside our brain. So choose your reality, your beliefs, and your thoughts. And important point, thinking that I am the best doesn't have to do anything with the ego and with comparing yourself to other people. It's more like just this mindset that will put you like on a higher vibrational level, right? It's not like you're better, they are worse. It's more like just be high vibe, just be high vibe. Confidence, mindset. If you don't believe you can make it work, if you don't believe you're gonna be like rich and famous with your music, you're not gonna achieve that. And that's the reason why like I'm doing what I'm doing, teaching you guys, like, that was the reason why I was able to achieve the stuff that I have. Number two, start teaching. I believe teaching is how I got to the pro level in music so quickly. When you teach someone, you first have to educate yourself on the topic. When I was making a mixing course back in 2021, I had to revisit, had to go back, watch videos like on specific topics when it comes to music mixing on YouTube, and I had to re-educate myself. And this thing, like, it does magic because it forces you to go back to the topics, re-educate yourself, really make sure that you're understanding things correctly. And once you find a simple way to explain that to others, it means that you already learned and explained that to yourself, right? It's win-win for everyone. If you know how to explain, it means that you understand the topic really well. So you improve your production skills and help people. People get value from you, and you attract more people to your brand, which is like social media. Teaching will improve your production skills and help you make money early. the biggest benefit by teaching, you now become valuable to this world, right? So you're helping yourself, you're helping other people, and you're giving your knowledge and energy to the world. So the more you put out upfront for free, the more you will receive, right? It will be in the form of connections and opportunities for your future career, right? Like again, there's so many benefits in teaching, as I said. Number 3, recreate sounds from favorite tracks. How do you actually go to sound design? By recreating sounds from your favorite tracks. I'll be honest, I sometimes hate doing that because I often might get frustrated because I'm not able to recreate the sound because I don't know what processing the producer did. I don't know what waveforms they used, but this is what makes this exercise so good. You feel the discomfort and frustration, but you try different waveforms and processing, right? You keep trying until it clicks. It forces you to find a solution. There are a lot of ways how you can achieve the same sound in music. So like same sound, but different processing chain. This exercise will force you to think critically, to develop your ears, to develop like the taste to good sounding music. So you will then think what filters are they using, what effects, what waveforms. So like you start to understand, you train your ears to recognize certain patterns in music. And after some time, you will instantly understand how to recreate sounds from songs you hear. So I can suggest like try one track or one sound a week. Sometimes when I'm struggling, I'm just watching other people recreating sounds and I'm like, aha, that clicks. But this exercise alone, I think, helped me to improve so much. I did like a bunch of recreation tutorials for my YouTube channel and I learned so much. I also recommend reverse engineering good presets for synths because seeing how pro sound designers use effects will improve your skills rapidly. Number 4, focus 100% on one style in the beginning. I remember myself looking for my signature sound. I felt like I didn't have it yet back in 2018. But the reality is that everyone already has it in your head. You already know how you want your music to sound. The only problem is the connection between your DAW and your mind. The reason why you don't have your signature sound is because you can't translate your ideas into your DAW. So we have to focus on learning the technical skills in the beginning. Until you reach pro level where you can produce any genre that you want, focus on one style. Key takeaway, you will get more results by focusing 100% of your energy doing one thing. If you're trying to produce 4 styles at once, only 25% of your attention goes into each. So it will take you 4 times more time to get good at all of them. So just pick one style in the beginning and really double down on that, right? And work on this one style until you are confident. Do not like hop from dubstep to melodic house to then like hard techno. Just focus on one thing, because if you do so, then you will understand what works, what elements from other genres can I, incorporate in my sound, and so on and so on. And then again, we are focusing on one thing, and because of that, you will progress really quickly. Because I see a lot of people are struggling just because their attention is like all over the place, and this is not good. Put your attention into one thing. So focus on one style, and do that. Like if you're not yet where you want to be with your sound. And I will also include the link to the exercise that will help you to understand what creates your, what makes your signature sound. Okay, number 5, quantity turns into quality. When I started making music, I was forcing myself to finish every single project, even if I didn't want to. It taught me the habit of finishing tracks, but sometimes I hated it. Some of the tracks I just didn't vibe with. So you have to produce a lot of shitty music before it sounds good, and oftentimes you get too attached to this one idea. I'm sure you're noticing how much you're improving after every finished track, and sometimes I'm just shocked, like, wow, I learned so much in just like those 2 tracks. So now my mindset has changed a little bit. Instead of pushing yourself to finish this one idea that you hate, make like 5 to 10 shorter ideas. I just suggest between 30 and 90 seconds for the idea. You will see that great ideas are easy to arrange, mix, and finish. Now, from those 10, like 5, 10 ideas, you could pick which idea sounds best, and you will start noticing patterns in your music. So the biggest thing, and this is something that I do with my clients now, we are learning how to generate good ideas, because so often our stubborn mind is trying to push and force music production. So why do you force yourself to finish the project if you're not inspired? So that's the question. It's important sometimes to push yourself a little bit, but I imagine music as an elegant dance. Find a balance between doing, letting go, and being in the flow. Don't force yourself too much. Stop thinking and overcomplicating. It's okay to take a break on the track. You can always finish it later. So focus on learning what good ideas sound like and only finish the best ones. This way you can combine the quantity and the quality. Number 6, invest in your skills. There are 2 ways to learn any skill. You can either figure everything out yourself or learn from someone who has already done that. How you learn will depend on your situation. If you have a lot of time and a lot of money, you learn by doing that yourself. If you're young, that's cool. I started producing when I was 16. I'm 25 in September, so like almost. So I had this time, right? I'm already a pro. I'm already a full-time music producer, and I'm relatively young. Right? But the older you get, the less time and energy you have for learning new skills. It will take you around 5 to 10 years to go to a pro level by yourself. And this is like a pretty good prediction. I know some people who like, they are trying for like 10 plus 15, 20 years by themselves. So really ask yourself this question. Do I really want to do this myself alone? Or is it maybe easier to work with someone? Like my time is actually worth more, right? And the big thing about this is you will have your plateaus when you just don't know how to go past that like certain stage. And for me, for example, that was mixing. I tried books, YouTube videos, and free resources, but I ended up overwhelmed by the amount of information. So I signed up for a group coaching program. It was about mixing and production. So in the next 8 weeks, I finished 5 songs for the album and signed it to the label. So like learning how to mix also helped me to finish more music. Although it's not like 100% connected to the skill of finishing tracks, but it clicked, right? Because sometimes you learn the skills and then they help you with like the overall music production thing, right? So investing in yourself has a spiritual energy. The more resources you put in yourself, the more life will reward you. It's like leveling up your character in real life. So I spend like more than like 10 grand, $10,000 on my music education. Not just the music education, like sales, marketing, like everything. I think I'm like maybe like 13, 15K. I know like it's not a lot for, you know, some people. I know some people spend like millions on their education, but I think that's the big reason why, you know, I am pretty good at what I do. I'm good at teaching. I'm pretty good at like marketing, communication, sales, persuasion, because I invested that. And when you invest in yourself, this is also like you can then charge people money because you have like a moral right. You already invested in yourself, so you can now charge others. Right? So again, if you want to get to your goals faster, get a mentor. Number 7, produce and mix for other people. The more music you listen to and work on, the better skills you will have. Mixing and producing for others will show you how other people think. You will see mistakes and it will help you to avoid them in your music. You don't have to exclusively work on your music. Practice on everything. Sometimes production takes a lot of time. I'm sure you had tracks you spent weeks on and couldn't finish. You still need to practice production and mixing every day, but what if you can't finish song, right? This is when we can leverage others people music. So mix for your friends, mix online. You can join some communities, Facebook, Discord, like Reddit, but you need to like expose yourself to as many projects as you can. So maybe if production is challenging or you can't finish tracks but you still want to practice, just like do production, do mixing for people for free, right? And this will expose you to more music. It's like the same idea as getting that quantity. And the quantity, I mean, is the amount of hours that you have practiced production, that you have practiced mixing. I think like a big chunk of my success is because I mixed for the people, I produced for the people for free, for money. I started teaching pretty early, and that, you know, is working like one ecosystem. Okay, number 8. DJ your tracks. I didn't understand how dance music worked until I started DJing. I spent 6 years producing before I became a DJ, and it changed how I produce music. When you play your music in front of people, you can see how the crowd reacts. You can now understand what makes people dance. It could be bass, lead synth, or drums that you have in the track. Then you take what worked and replicate it in the new tracks, right? So you learn about the arrangement, you learn about the mixing, you can, test your music in the club and, just understand, oh, okay, maybe the mix sucks, maybe I need to tweak that, I need to tweak the bass, the arrangement. You learn a lot about arrangements, transitions, like everything. It's absolutely gonna change your production, and you are going to progress, level up your production skills like rapidly, right? Number nine, number 9. Learn an instrument. I started playing guitar when I was 10. 6 years later, I started making my first beats on the computer. Music theory and writing melodies never felt that hard to me. And sound waves are physical. When you touch the instrument, you can feel the vibration of the sound. It teaches you to feel the music. When you play the right notes with the track, your body will feel the vibration of the instrument. And I think this is so crucial. And a lot of people, they never felt the vibration of the instrument. They never felt the track itself, right? If you are, for example, recording an instrument, you have to get the rhythm and the notes right. When you play guitar, you need to get the position of your hand, the way that you play, the way that you strum like the guitar, the strings, and so on. So just playing the instrument alone, it will teach you so much about the music theory. It will teach you so much about the rhythm, the groove. And like, again, as I said, a lot of people are missing that simple piece. So step away from the computer a bit. Use MIDI controllers, keyboards. Those are great as well. So essentially, you just want to use something like that to really physically make music, physically jam, not just on the computer. And I absolutely promise that if you do it, you're gonna become a better producer. Your music production, rhythm, groove, music theory, melody writing, everything is going to improve once you learn at least one instrument, like guitar, keys, whatever, but just step away from the computer. Okay, and the last one. This one is not as obvious, but have you ever tried to dance to your music? I mean, really dance. I started doing that a couple of months ago, and it was a game changer. Same as with instruments, you have to teach your body the groove and the melody of the track. Do a simple experiment. Take your worst demo that you hate and try dancing to it. Most likely, it will lack the groove. It doesn't make you want to move. Then take your best track or a track from an artist that you like. Dance to it, and you will see how well they nailed the groove in the track. Every sound works together. Dancing to good music allows you to feel what sounds good. I also noticed positive changes in my mental and physical state. Dancing for 10-15 minutes to music is a great cardio exercise. It has health benefits, right? And it will help you to get ready for a music production session. Really get into the flow, get into good mindset. When you just dance, you just enjoy, you are present in the moment. And also, this is an important point. Learn how to dance elegantly to your music, not just randomly dance, but really try to think of cool moves, elegant moves. How do you want your music to be perceived? How do you want people to dance to your music? When I'm dancing to my music, especially in the club, if you are on something, which of course I don't suggest, but we all did that at some point in our life. You can really feel the vibration. You can really, with your body, feel the music. And once you start doing that, it will teach you so much about the rhythm, about overall just feeling music. And to wrap up, for me, music is something spiritual, right? It's about the energy exchange. You create something out of your head, and it can make people feel happy. It can make them dance. Isn't that beautiful? So practice dancing to your music. I will promise it will make you a better producer. So yeah, that's it, guys. Those are the 10 probably not very obvious tips that you haven't heard a lot. Some of them, yeah, maybe some people told you, but I'm sure some of these points are quite unique to my approach, to my philosophy. So yeah, in the next couple of days, we're going to be giving even more value to you guys. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.